Hey friends, I got an interesting email from a college student over the weekend, and the concerns that he expressed are, I think, very common in this era of e learning. He was comparing and contrasting the two environments. School is one way, home is another. There's no one right way to study. There are some people that can sit in a library and, with the complete silence around them, they can cram and memorize everything they need to for the test and go and crank it out. There are some people that need to get up and move around, hold their book, talk out loud. That helps them memorize. That's something that helped me was when I would study something and I would explain it out loud or I would try and explain it to somebody else. And I knew that the better I could help somebody else understand it, the better I understood it. So that ended up being my go-to way of studying. So when you find that you studied well under one set of circumstances and you no longer have the same effectiveness, don't just ask yourself, well, what changed between the two? Ask yourself, what need was met in the ideal circumstances? What needs were met? Maybe you need quiet. Maybe you also need white noise. There are some people that think more clearly when they go for a bike ride or a walk or just enjoy sitting in nature. What does that give you? That not only gives you quiet in a sense, maybe people quiet, there are no voices around you, but it can also give you the white noise if there's a nice breeze and you hear the rustling of the leaves, or if you like to walk by water and hear the sound of the water moving. All of those things matter because they help calm you. They maybe help you focus. They can do so many things for your nervous system that make you more receptive to information. So simply having quiet in and of itself may not be ultimately what needs are being met for you by your routine. If you liked going to the gym to start your day, that does so much for you. It increases the endorphins in your system. It elevates your mood as a result of that. You can increase oxygen, blood flow to your brain. And from a focus standpoint, it increases things like dopamine and serotonin. And that can hang on for many, many hours. So when you start with the gym and then you maybe sit down, you're in a much more classroomy type situation, the fact that you worked out ahead of time, you gave your nervous system, your brain, a big burst of everything it needed to focus and think more productively. So, in the absence of that movement, that exercise, you are now eliminating that preparation that you once had, and you're just sitting down and getting to work. It's not going to happen. Well, what happens if you're no longer on campus and you don't have access to those things? Well, if your body still works, you can be creative. Go on YouTube and look up ways you can exercise at home. You very well could do sit ups, push ups, planks, lunges, whatever it is. Get as close to your gym workout as you can at home and see if you can't replicate some of those benefits. When it comes to family members that maybe you are enjoying not having to spend quite so much time with, again, if you live any place where you can take a walk, there's no real need to subject yourself to feeling like you're in a pressure cooker by staying home all the time. You don't need to do that. Go for a walk, ride a bike. If the weather is a little off-putting, dress for the weather. But you can still go out. There are places now where you can venture out of the house, wear a mask, and still kind of get a change of scenery, see another human being. If you feel disconnected from your friends, you can't hang out the same way you once did, welcome to video calling. Now, I have clients that are in high school, and one of the things they've really benefited from during this time are group chat apps. Things like Zoom and Duo and FaceTime and all kinds of other apps where they can get together still and laugh from their own homes, and they can talk about how much they miss each other and restore that connection as best they can. They can plan for what they're going to do once all of these lockdown measures are lifted. So you can stay connected. as best you can. It's not an all or nothing proposition where you're doing it the way you're used to or you're not doing it at all. Find the middle ground. The middle ground is what's the best we can do under these circumstances. So do what you can to meet the needs that were met by the previous way you did things. And see how much of those you can integrate into the way you're living now. And I suspect you're going to have much better results than the ones you've been experiencing. So those are my thoughts on this. Hopefully they're helpful. If so, let me know. And by all means, share this with anybody you think can benefit from it. Until we talk next time, remember, you're good enough no matter what. And thanks for being you.